If I were to sum up this game with one clip, it's this.
I ain't giving him another.
Gamers an unfinished game.
I don't know about
Game.
that.
This is not possible.
You're done. You're done.
That's what I get served. Look, come here, all of you. Fucking raw! What the fuck is going?
This game feels like a food that should have been left in the oven longer, but you just pulled it out anyway because someone is pressuring you to do so. That Hell's Kitchen clip pretty much sums up what happened with this game. I have not really followed the hype before the release of Cyberpunk 2077, but I was already aware of its existence because of its E3 trailer from 2013 that's playing right now. But prior to the release of this game, Cyberpunk was everywhere in the internet that they managed to get me hype up and pre-order the game on Steam. And this was the first time that I ever did that. So, with the game pre-ordered and pre-downloaded, I patiently awaited release day to get my hands on this one. Mind you, that I have not completed any CDPR game before. I've started The Witcher 3, but never really got past the first main quest, so I'm going into this one blind as a bat. My experience with the game is a mixed bag. I really like the story and the characters that they managed to flesh out. For me, if it weren't for the writing in this game, this would have been even more of a dumpster fire than it already is. It's the interactions with the side characters that carry this game. The relationships that you establish with them feels real. One character that stands up is Panam. Hashtag Panam is fake. I remember upon finishing her side quest arc that I just wanted B to stay with Panam and go out into the open world and just live happily. That's how much their arc affected me. Of course, we can't really talk about the relationships that you'll build in this game without mentioning Johnny Silverhand. V and Johnny's relationship is complex enough that there are times when I doubt Johnny's real motives. Does he really care about V, or is he just some jerk who would want to achieve his goals regardless of who gets stepped on the way? Up until the final mission in the game, I was not sure whether Johnny is really on my side or not because of some conversations between V and him. And to me, that just shows how wonderfully written this game is. Of course, there's the issue with the length of the single player campaign. Doing all the important side quests and some street activities, I finished the game in 47 hours. However, the main campaign feels like it ended way too soon than it should have, because I was shocked when I reached the point of no return, or the final mission of the game. It felt like there should have been more story arcs before this one. Despite that though, I still got quite a satisfying ending. At least they stuck the landing here. Night City looks beautiful, but so far in some areas, that's just it. It looks beautiful because it can run poorly on some parts of Night City, especially areas with large density of people and many buildings. There's this certain turnaround that would just have my frame rate dip so low that it really is noticeable. I've played the game with the hotfix 1.05 and updated GeForce drivers as recommended by people on the internet, but despite that, frame rate issues when going around the city is just consistent. Night City looks good, but generally feels so empty. Night City feels empty because of the brain dead AI. CDPR promised NPCs that would have a daily schedule, but so far, a lot of people just reported that these schedules are basically the NPCs walking around in loops the whole day. The NPCs in Yakuza 0 feels more nuanced than the ones in this game. Also, I feel the city is just here so that you could have some gap between mission point A and point B. It's that empty. Then, there's the bugs. I honestly have not encountered some of the crazy bugs that I've seen on the internet, but they are there. From the weather suddenly changing when you ram into a vehicle, to certain key mission objects just failing to pop out, causing you to load from an earlier point, to, of course, the frame rate drops. This game really feels so raw. This game has taught me a valuable lesson. Never, ever give your money to game publishers before their game is even released. Because nowadays, I feel like more and more of them are growing enough balls to release a half-baked game because they know that will eventually just eat it up if they market it hard enough. And so far, that seems to be true. I know I fell for it. I hope that this serves as a lesson to us gamers because if we don't learn from this one, we'll just keep on getting treated the same way. In the end, CDPR overpromised but underdelivered, and this has been common with new releases of video games. And I hope that we'll emerge from this one much better, because, as Bass said it perfectly,
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
and that's all for my quick take on Cyberpunk 2077. Thank you for watching this video and consider subscribing to my channel